welcome to today's episode. I'm Emily, and I'm so excited about our topic, one that touches the heart of Vietnamese identity, filial piety. This is the deep respect and gratitude children show to their parents. To help us understand it better, we have a very special guest, Dr. Minh Trần, a cultural expert who was born and raised in Vietnam and later studied and worked in the UK. Minh, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Emily. I'm very glad to share my thoughts on this beautiful, yet sometimes complex, part of Vietnamese culture.
So, Minh, let's start with the basics. What exactly does filial piety mean in Vietnam?
In Vietnamese, we call it Bao Hai Yu. The idea has roots in Confucianism and Buddhism, which both emphasize respect for elders and gratitude toward parents. Traditionally, it means obeying parents, honoring family traditions, and making sure they're cared for when they grow old. In Vietnam, parents sacrifice a lot for their children. So children are expected to repay that sacrifice, not just emotionally, but also practically.
How do Vietnamese people practice this value in everyday life?
There are many ways. Adult children often live with their parents or visit them very often. They provide financial support, especially if the parents are retired. Festivals like Vu Lan, which is similar to a Mother's Day or Father's Day but with Buddhist roots, are important moments to express gratitude. Even small gestures, cooking a favorite meal for your parents or taking them to the doctor, are seen as acts of filial piety.
That sounds very beautiful. It feels like the family bond is deeply woven into society. Now, in the US or Europe, children usually move out at 18 and independence is valued highly. How is that different in Vietnam?
Yes, that's a striking difference. In Vietnam, it's common for 3 generations to live together. Parents often expect their children to stay close, sometimes even after marriage. This creates a strong family-first mindset. In the West, independence is a sign of maturity, while in Vietnam, staying connected with parents is a sign of responsibility and love. Neither is right or wrong, they just reflect different cultural priorities.
I imagine this tradition is also changing with globalization. How do young Vietnamese today feel about filial piety?
You're right. Many young people want independence, careers, and personal freedom. But at the same time, they feel a heavy responsibility toward their parents. For example, many overseas Vietnamese send money home every month. Technology also changes things: video calls, online support. However, this tradition can create pressure. Some young people feel guilty if they cannot meet their parents' expectations, especially when living abroad.
That brings me to a sensitive point. What are the positives and also the challenges of this tradition?
On the positive side, filial piety keeps families united. It creates strong emotional bonds, and parents rarely feel abandoned. On the negative side, it can lead to overdependence. Some parents expect too much from their children: financial support, decision-making power, or even control over their adult children's lives. This can cause conflict. In extreme cases, young people sacrifice their own dreams to fulfill obligations, which can create frustration or resentment.
That's fascinating. It's both inspiring and complicated at the same time. As we wrap up, Minh, what message would you like listeners to take away from today's conversation?
I'd say filial piety is about balance. It's not only about obeying or giving money, it's about love, gratitude, and respect. Modern Vietnamese families are learning to adapt, keeping the core values while allowing more personal freedom. That, to me, is the healthy way forward.
Thank you so much, Minh. And to our listeners, how do people in your culture show respect and gratitude to parents? Do you see similarities with the Vietnamese way? Share your thoughts with us. Until next time, take care and honor the ones who gave you life.